Let me tell you a story about Amara, a remarkable 16-year-old girl who turned adversity into triumph. In a small African village where mud houses dot the landscape and clean water is a luxury, Amara lived with her widowed mother, Mama Nkechi, in a tiny home that barely kept the rain out. Every morning before dawn, Amara would trek miles to fetch water, her arms aching from carrying heavy jerry cans. But what set her apart wasn't her struggles, it was her unwavering spirit. While other kids played after school, she'd be buried in her worn textbooks, studying by candlelight, dreaming of a future beyond the village boundaries. One day, watching her mother boil yet another pot of murky water, something clicked in Amara's mind. She began experimenting with local materials: clay from the riverbank, charcoal from the cooking fire, and sand from the playground. Her friend Kemi thought she was crazy, and even Mama Nkechi worried her daughter was wasting precious time. But Amara persisted, working late into the night, crafting and refining a simple yet effective water filter. Then fate threw her a lifeline. At the village market, plastered on a wooden post, was a poster advertising a national science scholarship contest. Most people walked past it, but Amara, she saw her ticket to a better life. With no money for proper research materials, she'd sneak into the nearest town's library, reading everything she could about water purification. She practiced her presentation in front of her mother's chickens, refining every word. The day of the contest arrived, and there stood Amara in her patched dress, surrounded by students from prestigious schools in their crisp uniforms. When her turn came, she didn't just present a project, she told a story of necessity and innovation. The judges watched in amazement as crystal clear water dripped from her homemade filter. Her passion, combined with her practical solution, won them over completely. Today, 1 year later, Amara walks the halls of a top city school, her uniform neat and clean. But she hasn't forgotten her roots. Through her Clean Water initiative, she's helping thousands of villagers access clean water. Her story teaches us that sometimes the seeds of greatness are planted in the most humble soil. All they need is determination and courage to bloom. From fetching water in a rural village to becoming a young innovator changing lives, that's Amara's Grass to Grace story. And it's not just about rising above poverty, it's about lifting others as you climb.